Good morning. It is officially Jack Frost release day. I am so excited because we are going to be putting out the hardcover, the paperback, and the ebook edition today, and you're coming behind the scenes with me as we go through an entire release day for a new book. So I'm going to be bringing you with me along on the journey, and we start by getting ready for the day, so let's go. Okay, so it's super early. We've got a lot that we're gonna do today. We have to print out some art. We've got to show off the books. We have TikToks and Reels to record. We've got 2 live streams today and some behind the scenes. So come on, let's go. I'm getting book birthday messages. I love it. I was gonna start recording and all of a sudden I started getting these notifications on Instagram. Y'all are the best. So my book comes out today. I'm really excited, and I'm gonna take you behind the scenes of what I typically do on a book release day, or at least what I used to do, because it's no longer as effective. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the evolution of book release days and what people are doing and not doing, what they shouldn't be doing anymore. So aspiring authors, stay tuned. But I wanted to bring you in a little bit of the drama that is this book release, because this has been a release day. So the good news is I finally have copies of my book. We've got my paperback and we've got my hardcover. Hardcover does have that alt cover underneath, so I'm pretty excited about that. There's some bonus art inside. There's a lot going on inside of this book. I'm just saying, it's pretty cool. But if you've been following me on Instagram, you know that I have been struggling with the printer. We put the files in, it took forever to do all the things. They approved them, I approved them, and then I ordered copies. It's been almost 2 weeks of trying to get these books because they sent them to the wrong state. They sent them to where I used to live. I had changed all of my information, and on the invoice they changed the billing address. Obviously money, come on. But they couldn't handle the shipping address, unfortunately. So they sent it 8 hours north from here, and I've been in contact with them for over a week now trying to get this handled. And because they have actually stopped their chat support and their phone support, they're only an email support now, it takes days to hear back in between them. And knowing that I needed them for an event, they actually have the button to signify you need them for an event, they did not handle it. So I had to pay a relative of mine to go fetch them from my old address and then mail them. So it cost me over $100 to get 6 copies of my books, 3 hardcovers and 3 paperbacks, because shipping is incredibly expensive with printers. That's another story entirely. We'll have a video on that at some point. But basically, you pay the author rate for your book, which is less than readers pay, but then the shipping is extraordinary. You can pay the cheap shipping, but there's no tracking. If it disappears, too bad. If it's damaged, too bad. Or you can pay what is considered a normal shipping, and it's like extremely, insanely expensive. So I paid a ton of money to get my books on time. They sent them to the wrong state. Then I had to pay somebody to go get them and ship them to me again. So it was very expensive to get these books. To have them here today, and when they arrived damaged. Most of these are very damaged. So we have a lot of like crushed things on the paperback. It was not good. And we had like spines not glued together, things falling out. So it was an absolute disaster. So I'm still working with the printer on that. And that's just an ongoing saga. But thankfully, my aunt was able to send these via UPS to me. And thank goodness, because now I have books to hold up during my thing. But it has been nothing short of dramatic when it comes to creating a book release day, especially right now, I suppose. But I want to talk a little bit about what I typically do. So just quick overview before we get into the day. Back when I was a young author, I used to throw big release parties for my books. So we would do live streams. I would do live streams back before y'all social media had live streaming. So you couldn't just jump on like, I mean, it was the very beginning of like early Facebook live streaming back in the day. And I actually did a lot of my book releases pre-Facebook live streaming too. So we had big parties, I would do giveaways, lots of authors would be involved, like it would be a big, huge thing, and my fans went crazy because authors didn't do that. Authors did not like to get in front of the camera, and they didn't like to be social about things. So they would like post a graphic and be done with it. I came in and created these really cool parties, and then everybody started jumping on the trend as well, and now that's more popular. But a lot of the things that used to work don't work anymore. So those live stream parties, especially for me because I'm 24 books in right now, I can't be doing a party every single month. It loses its sparkle for you. So I have to get creative and do new things. Some people can still get away with those parties and do really well with them, but not so much me, just because I create so much content and I am so public with you guys. I do live streams multiple times a week for you, so it's not quite as fancy. So we get to kind of like change things up a little bit for you, but I don't go all in like I used to back in my early days of being an author. Now, some authors will do like Facebook takeover parties. By the way, those don't work. So if you're an aspiring author, don't bother. It's not worth it anymore. They do like social media takeovers, but those again are not effective anymore. So we have to get creative. So I used to like decorate and do, I would give away like coloring pages and we would play games and like do all these really cool things back in the day. Today is going to be a little bit different, and so I'm really excited. We're going to be creating some artwork, well, showing off artwork. We're going to be introducing you to the characters. We're going to be launching some new stuff. We're going to be working on the world portal inside of my website. I'm giving my website a makeover right now, so it's not ready. I haven't gone all in on this one yet, but you can see some of the old Jack Frost content leading up to this, and I'm doing a total website makeover, so that's in the works. That'll be out in the next couple of weeks with totally new art for a bunch of my characters. I'm so excited for it. And we're gonna do some TikTok filming. We are gonna take you on a tour of the book. We're gonna do some behind the scenes. I've got a lot of TikToks that I have prepared and ready to film. And oh, look at that. I've got even more. Sorry, I'm reading the notifications. Even more notifications for the birthday. Y'all are so fun. So I'm excited for this one. It's gonna be really cool. And we're gonna go behind the scenes. But that is the drama of today. And it's probably gonna be ongoing drama. What I've learned over the years, book release days, very dramatic, and if you don't make them fun for yourself, nobody else is going to. People don't care about your book unless you care about your book, so get yourself the cake, get yourself a fancy outfit to wear, and celebrate for yourself, because nobody's gonna do it for you. So if you want it to be a special day, you have to make it a special day. This is actually, and this is a fun fact, right now I'm doing 3 weeks of consecutive releases. I had Pressing Luck out last week, Jack Frost is out today, and then next week we've got Hiding Destiny out. 3 releases in a row, and I didn't put a ton of effort into the Holiday Court series because it's just short stories and they are around the holidays and all the things. This one's gonna be a little bit different, spend a little more time on this one, and I'm really excited. So let's come on over, we're going to work on some art. So then I have to show off artwork of my characters. I print it out on cardstock and then I just cut it out. I always make sure that it's cardstock and not photo paper because photo paper glares when it comes to lighting, as does glossy covers, which is why we never, ever, ever make our books glossy cover. And so I just cut them out and then I can hold them up, especially for things like TikTok, because on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, you can actually show stuff on screen. TikTok doesn't really allow you to do that in an easy, accessible way. So we definitely hold things up so that they look nice, and we just cut these out. I try to line them up so I can just do it in like one clean cut and then just slice them apart when I'm done. But how dang cute are these character arts? Like, come on, that's just gorgeous. I showed Jack Frost on my Instagram last week and everybody had very grown-up things to say about it. Sometimes, here's a life hint for you, no matter what age group you write at, you will find very thirsty adult women who like to talk about what they would like to do to your characters, and that is a thing you get on live streams. So I cut these out and then I'm good to go for my live stream. Okay, I just finished filming my TikToks. I definitely use flowers as confetti, so now I'm gonna have to clean that up because it's a total mess. Then I have to edit the TikToks and the Reels and get those out there. I need to take some photos for Instagram, and then we gotta do a live stream, so I gotta get on this. When it comes to book when it comes to book launches, the author is solely responsible for what goes down on that day. Nobody's gonna make the time and effort to throw you a party or bake you a cake or send you flowers. Even if you're with a traditional publisher, unless you are their absolute top person, you're not going to be priority other than we support you and we're here for you and we're so happy for you. So if you want to do something fun on your launch day, you have to make the effort to do it yourself. Throw yourself the party, make yourself the cake. I create a necklace that goes with each of my books or my series, and I wear that while I am doing my live streams, while I'm doing my parties. If I'm doing a book signing in person, I'll wear them then. I do something to mark and memorize that occasion for myself so I can relive that happiness again and again and again. So that could be getting a crown for yourself, that could be buying a special outfit, it could be making a special dinner, going on a trip, whatever it happens to be. Do something for yourself and then do something for your fans. You have to create the noise on your book birthday. Your launch day is all about you and nobody else is going to make that effort, even if you're paying them to do so. So if you want a really strong, memorable book launch day, you gotta take it upon yourself to actually do the thing. And I definitely recommend doing something fun, doing something interesting, and you can try something different each time if you want. You can do the same thing over and over again. It really depends on what you want. For me, I am 24 books, over 24, over 2 dozen books in. I think I'm 26, 27 right now. And I've done this a lot. And it can get a little boring sometimes, so we always have to try to be creative, do new things, do something to mark it in your mind and in your memory so that you can look back and really feel like you had a quality release day. Oftentimes you're going to be doing other things, so please don't think you just get to like take the day off of work and relax. Even if you do something like that, it's going to end up being a rather boring day because the events that you create are only during specific times, and during the in-between times, what are you doing? Hanging out on social media? Most people are not going to be commenting and interacting with you. So you really have to make the effort to create those gaps of time in your timeline for the day and focus on those. And during the other times, have things to do. Go ahead and watch a TV show. Reward yourself with a little Netflix, or bake something, or go somewhere, do something, go take photos, go do behind the scenes, and make sure that you're really paying attention to what you're creating. For me, I document everything, so I will create vlogs, or I will take a bunch of photos, I will do photo shoots, I will do live streams, I will do Instagram stories, and I'll create TikToks and all the cool things to document and really mark what's happening. And when you use those on social, that really builds up the excitement and anticipation for your book. Now that it's out, people are going to want to go grab it, even if they haven't cared to this point. So the more noise you make about it, the better you feel, the more exciting the day is, the better memories you'll have to look back on, but also it gets people's attention. So for me, I went out and I got some dinner tonight. I got takeout and I brought it back so I could eat some really yummy food at the end of the day. I got to do some relaxing things in the evening. Okay, not relaxing. I was working on building the game for you. I admit it. I admit I was building a book to video game adaptation for you, but that for me is relaxing, so run with it. And I made sure that I talked to people that I enjoyed spending time with, and I didn't let other people get in my space yesterday. For my launch days, it tends to be kind of disastrous. Lots of bad things happen on my launch days. It's just kind of tradition at this point in my industry. And, or in with my career, and so I just kind of give myself some gap time. I talk to the people I want to talk to. I don't take messages from other people. I focus on my book and on doing fun activities and really on marketing my content, making it memorable for me and for my fans so that people know, hey, I have a new book out today, and they get excited for it. So it really comes down to me creating my own space, my own vibes, my own entertainment and engagement, and I really make it memorable for myself in some way, shape, or form through my jewelry, through my live streams, through my TikToks and my Instagrams, and through all the things that I'm creating, and I document the day. Because even if, and let me be very clear on this, even if the day is disastrous, and most of my releases have been disastrous, you can look back and see all these really great memories. You don't have to choose to remember the bad stuff. You can remember the happy stuff. So 2 years from now, 4 years from now, I can look back and be like, oh, that was so much fun. We got to release the book. We got to do all the fun things, the live streams and all the conversations. And I don't have to remember that the printer didn't actually get me my books, and that this, that, and the other thing happened, and that it was dramatic in this way, shape, or form, or it was connected to this thing. I don't have to do that. I can choose what I remember, and I'm going to remember the happy stuff, which I've documented and put on social media, so even as I'm scrolling through, I get memories on Facebook or whatever, I'm going to be remembered or reminded of the happy moments. So you just have to choose to focus on the good things, even if the bad things happen, even if you don't make a ton of sales that day, even if whatever it happens to be happens, you get to choose what your book birthday is remembered for. So I spend a lot of time really focused on the good stuff. I make small memories and big memories, and then I can pull those out when I'm talking to my fans later on when they ask about things like that. So for me, this was a disastrous book birthday, but that's on par for what my book birthdays usually are. In fact, it was actually a little bit less dramatic than some of them, and I had a lot of really great little moments along the way. We did some cool photo shoots, we did some really cool social media things, and I'm very happy with the way that this turned out. And now that we're at the end of the day, I'm gonna go relax a little bit. I am going to continue to build out that game for you. I just took a break so we could hang out, and I've got some people I'm gonna be chatting with, and then I may read a book tonight. A business book, but hey, it counts. It counts. I'm excited for it. So make sure that you leave a comment down below. Let me know, what else do you want to see behind the scenes of in my author life? You know, we're bringing you weekly vlogs here on my channel, as well as mini vlogs over on my Instagram. We actually just filmed some cool things today that's coming out on Instagram, so you don't want to miss it. Make sure you follow me at Kim Robinson Books on all the socials, and leave some comment love down below. I will see you in the next video as we're continuing our deep dive look at what it looks like inside of the life of a best-selling author.